Spandau Ballet was a highly influential and celebrated band to emerge from the UK's 80s new romantic scene, leaving a lasting mark on pop culture and the music industry. The new romantic movement, a subgenre of new wave, was characterized by its use of synthesizers, electronic sounds, and a fashion-forward aesthetic. These genres were a departure from the raw energy of punk rock, introducing a more polished, electronic-driven sound that appealed to the youth of the era. The band was formed in Islington, London in 1979, initially calling themselves The Cut, before adopting the name Spandau Ballet in 1979. Their music reflected a blend of punk's raw energy and glam rock's flamboyance, while they were also influenced by emerging electronic music. Their style quickly evolved, shaping a sound that would define the 1980s. Spandau Ballet's unique sound blended the electronic beats of early synthesizer-based music with a sophisticated pop sensibility, capturing the essence of the times. Tony Hadley's powerful voice became a key feature of the band's sound, while Gary Kemp's songwriting talent provided a strong foundation. The rest of the band contributed their distinctive roles: John Keeble on drums, Martin Kemp on bass and backup vocals, and Steve Norman on saxophone, guitar and keyboard, each bringing their own flair to the music. Their breakthrough came with the release of their debut album Journeys to Glory in 1981. The album was moderately successful, with the single To Cut a Long Story Short gaining attention. However, it wasn't until the release of True in 1983 that they became internationally famous. This album, with its iconic title track, defined their sound and brought them massive commercial success. Spandau Ballet's music videos played a key role in their rise to fame. Their visuals, blending glamour with drama, helped propel them into the public eye. Their hit True became an anthem of the era, and the song's visual representation in the music video elevated the band's iconic status. Their sound evolved over time, moving from early electronic influences to a more polished pop style. The album True was heavily influenced by jazz and soul, with lyrics exploring themes of love, heartbreak, and introspection. The title track True was written by Gary Kemp to express his feelings for Altered Image's lead singer Claire Grogan. Kemp was influenced musically by Marvin Gaye and Al Green, whose songs he was listening to at the time, and lyrically by Green and the Beatles. Later albums like Parade, released in 1984, and Through the Barricades from 1986 reflected a more mature sound and lyrical content. The band's fashion and visual aesthetic were just as influential as their music. Their new romantic style, with its tailored suits, wide lapels, and dramatic hairstyles, became a defining look of the 1980s. They were not just a band, but a fashion statement, influencing a generation's sense of style. Despite their success, internal tensions within the band grew, particularly regarding creative control. Gary Kemp, as the principal songwriter, became a source of tension with other members, and the pressures of the music industry eventually led to their breakup in 1989. Their ability to balance emotional lyrics with sophisticated pop and new wave sounds set them apart from many of their contemporaries. They also became integrated into pop culture, with their music featured in films, TV shows and commercials. Today, Spandau Ballet is not an active band as a collective, but their legacy continues. The band reunited for a tour in 2009 and again in 2015, with their final reunion tour taking place in 2019. Since then, there have been no plans for further performances or recordings. However, individual members continue to pursue solo careers. Martin Kemp, for example, is scheduled to host a Back to the 80s party in Glasgow in April 2025, where he will DJ classic tunes from the 1980s, including hits from Spandau Ballet. Additionally, Gary Kemp released a new solo album titled This Destination on 31st January 2025. Although the band no longer performs together, their influence is still felt through the individual contributions of the members. In conclusion, Spandau Ballet's contribution to music was immense. They captured the spirit of the 80s with their music, style, and emotional depth, leaving an indelible mark on pop culture. Their legacy continues to inspire future generations, proving that their influence is far from over.